Okay, morning everyone, we're out early, it's a beautiful morning, and what I've got today was maidened on the 28th of December 2019, and it hasn't actually been flown now for over 10 months, so tune in, see what it is, roll the intro. Yeah, so good morning everyone, welcome to Ian's RC Exploits. What I'm flying today hasn't been flown for about 10 months and was maidened in 2019, so I've had it for quite a while, and that is the E-flite 1.5m M7 Maule. An old favourite of mine, this one. Spent a few hours yesterday just doing a bit of maintenance and touching it up and getting it to look sweet. I mean, you know, these foam planes, if you're not careful, they get a bit of hanger rash, and sometimes if you are careful they still get hanger rash, so they do need to just be kept looking good. Okay, let's run through the specs. As I said, it's 1.5m. The motor is a 15BL, that's an E-flite motor. It doesn't actually say the KV. It's got a 40 amp ESC. The receiver in this is a Spectrum AR631 safe and AS3X receiver. The recommended battery, well, that's a good one. It says 3S 2200 to 300 and 4S the same. I find that if you run it really on anything, I actually run it on a 4S 2600, the very sort of like wide thin batteries, and with that, you know, it works really well. I do fly it on 3S as well. And that's pretty much everything really. Let me just double check the centre of gravity. Right, the centre of gravity range on this plane is massive. It is from the front leading edge of the wing, 55 to 70 millimeters back, plus or minus 3 millimeter. Now I find it's not a massive battery bay, so I just put that 4S 2650 mAh battery all the way up to the firewall, and it balances then in the middle of that range. With a 3S, and there's not that much space to maneuver, with the 3S it's to the back of the range, but it still flies, you know, quite tidy. So yeah, that's the centre of gravity. So brings me now to have a fly. Last week I just had to do a bit of a sort of like celebration for D-Day, because myself and Cheryl came over to check to see the grass and it had been cut, and I thought, right, I'm going to maiden the E-flite Corsair, and we had one of those mornings where nothing went right. The Corsair sadly wouldn't take off, and on the third attempt I nosed it and the prop broke, and then I was going to actually post it because I like people to see when I make mistakes and when things go wrong, but sadly Cheryl was having one of those mornings as well and was recording when she was pointing the camera at the grass and then turning the camera off when it was pointing at the plane. So all in all, we had no footage of anything, so hence no sort of like fresh video last week. But there you go, let's get the old mauler. Okay, so I've set the timer to 4.5 minutes. I'm flying on mid rates. we're on AS3X, so let's get up in the air. Last time I flew this, I remember the grass was very tricky, and even with those big wheels, she struggled. So now the wind is picking up a little bit, so now we're sharing the field at the moment with an archaeological dig, because They're actually digging the Bronze Age roundhouse that we did a video about this time last year.
Yeah, they're back for a couple of weeks. 3rd year in a row they've been digging there now.
At the moment I'm just really trying to keep out of the sun, because I don't know why, but I'm feeling a little bit rusty today.
I think the settings are on auto today.
Now, we talked about the weather today, myself and Cheryl said, well, really you need to fly something that's gonna take off on the grass, and you also need to fly something that's gonna cope if the wind picks up, because the wind is due to pick up quite nasty. So looking at 40 mile an hour later on today, so
landing flaps.
I always make the mistake of deploying the flaps when I'm going just a little bit on the fast side, so that's my mistake and not the plane's. Now, the Maule's got a little bit of a substantial feel to it for a foam model. It really is, for foamy, it's on the chunky side, so it does slow down very nice with those flaps.
Flaps up. Time remaining 2 minutes.
We've got a little bit of a chat about which way the wind is blowing, and we haven't decided yet, because it's quite difficult sometimes to always very, very nice on a low and slow the more.
Time remaining 1 minute.
I'm going to bring it in for the first landing now. We'll see which way I think I want to land.
30 seconds.
Oh, okay, there you go. It's a great start. Well, you can see, even with those ridiculously big wheels, this grass really is, at the moment, the bane of my life. It is just so grippy. I'm not happy with that landing, so I'm going to have another go. There we go, look, see, it's just... really does blow my mind, it does. No, I'm not getting it today. I'm not feeling the love for landing today. Let's come in the other way. I've done it again. Oh well, there you go. This is what happens. I can't help it. I know I'm approaching the same as always, and it's just like Velcro the grass. So there you go. Nice first flight with the upside down maule. I'll see you soon. I'll post the second flight. Bye.
Bye.
Okay then, second flight with the E-flite 1.5m maule, and I'm not happy bunny. I hate nosing over when I'm landing, but we're looking at the field and we feel it's a bit shorter down that end, but I find oh, excuse me, sometimes, you know, when you're not coming in the normal ways that you land, you know, you can find it sort of like quite awkward, quite confusing, but we'll give it a go. So
Motor on.
Whoosh.
oh, it's not getting it. Bear with me. And it's very, very difficult to get to the approach. And I'm just getting just enough that we actually should be coming into land this way. At last, on its wheels. No?
Yeah.
Well, at last, I managed to get it down and not nose over. So there you go, a couple of flights with the E-flite 1.5m maule, and trust me, it's not the plane, and I don't think it's my landing skills, because I don't normally have any problems landing most planes I fly, but this grass, it really is the bane of my life. But there you go, that's the hobby. You have good days, you have bad days. Sadly, when it comes to landing today, I'm having a bad day, so see you soon. Bye.
Bye.